Okay, moving on to page 28, we're going to look at sketching the division of functions, or two functions divided by each other. So there's a couple of rules there you can read on the page. Here's an example. We're going to sketch y equals 5 sine x over x. So I'm going to skip ahead and I'm going to use GeoGebra to help me out here in this one. And one of the things is that when the function on the numerator equals 0, then the fx over gx also equals 0. So our function on the top here is 5 sine x, so the sine curve here. So our new curve is going to pass through all these zeros. Okay. Now this one here, we'll come back to that one. Okay, so let's have a think about when gx, so the function on the bottom, equals 1. Well, it's just going to be the top, so whatever that is divided by 1 is just going to, so when x equals 1, we're going to have that point there, and similarly down here, so it's going to be something like that. So what else can we say? Well, oh, hang on, no, what have I done there? Because that's not right, is it? Because it's the sine curve, which is value is negative, divided by this negative, so it's actually going to be up here. Okay. So let's think about what's happening with division. Well, this is y equals x. It's positive all the way up here. So everywhere here that we have a positive value of 5 sine x divided by a positive value of y equals x, it's going to be positive. But then we've got a negative divided by a positive, so it's going to be a negative. So the new curve is going to basically follow the sign of the original 5 sine x, at least on this side. So let's think about what else. As x gets very large, we're dividing by this. So we're dividing by an increasingly large number. That means that whatever we have on the top is getting, well, our new function is going to be increasingly smaller. So if this is negative 2 down here divided by a very large number, it's going to increasingly get smaller. So what we're going to get here is, I'm just going to leave that bit a bit blank for a minute, is we're going to get a curve that gradually shrinks. And on the other side, we've got negative values on the denominator, and here we've got a negative. So negative divided by a negative is a positive, so it's actually going to go down here. And then what's going to happen? Positive divided by a negative, going to go negative. Oops, so let's make that a bit further down. And it's just going to keep flipping. And it's going to increasingly get smaller, so it's going to gradually taper down. Now what happens here? Well, the value of sine 0 is 0. You can check that on your calculator. Sine 0 equals 0. And the value of x here is also 0. 0 divided by 0, well, it's not actually undefined, but it's indeterminate. And in this case, we can determine it because you can see what's happening. There's not a point missing. It's going to go through 5. Okay, so there's our curve, looking very, very ugly indeed, but the computer can make a nice one. So here's a nice one, that nice purple line there.